Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of what you eat and how it affects your vibrational state. You know, years ago, before I was a vegan, the vegans I knew had lame arguments for veganism, and they didn't really get the point across to me. Besides the importance of caring about animals, which oftentimes they didn't really get to the point and explain clearly enough, but there's also other benefits that people don't even know about. Now, today more people are becoming aware, but there still is a dearth of information out there. If you read my book, Co-Creators with God, you know in it that I list in detail the vibrational frequencies of certain foods, including animal flesh, which is at 0, which makes sense because it's dead. Now, there's some movement because in anything, even dead things, there's movement. That's why a body in a coffin eventually becomes dust. But that's not what you want to be putting in your body. You want to be putting things that raise your vibration, or at least keep your vibration where it is. You don't want things that are lowering it. Processed foods are real bad. Animal flesh, dairy, eggs, those kind of things. Anything sourced from an animal is not good for your body. And sometimes we only talk about the moral issues of it, the component of the animals. They're sentient beings. They want to live. We don't have a right to take that away from them. But beyond that, if you just want to look at some benefits for you as an individual, what you eat is so important. Now, you know this inherently. Because think back to a time when you've had a meal, generally an animal product-based meal, and after eating the meal, where you should be energized because you just gave your body supposedly food, instead you feel run down and tired, ready for a nap even. Well, this is a common thing experienced all over the world. There's a reason for that. It's lowering your vibration. It's bringing you down. You know this inherently. Now, you may have cultural reasons or things you tell yourself or preconceived ideas and biases that keep you from doing the right thing in this regard. But I want to tell you, if you want to keep your vibrational state at the peak performance, which affects all areas of your life, you want to attract good things in your life? You want to attract a better life? One of the ways is to make sure your food is right. If you're just eating like everybody else, pigging out on cookies and dairy and eggs and meat and eating a bunch of processed foods, even if they're vegan processed foods, you have to understand the detriment you're doing to your body and to your vibrational state. I've even had people I've counseled over the years where I just knew inherently by the Spirit to tell them, try for a month, just a month, cut out all eggs, all meat, all dairy, all animal products, honey, any leather or wool you're wearing, any animal products out of your life. Get it out of your life. Don't wear those clothes that are made of animal products. Don't eat any foods made of animal products. And watch as you see things start to change. Now, the thing is, the people who listened and followed through saw things change in their finances as well. So where you're thinking, well, that's only going to affect their health. No, it helps their health as well. But because it raises their vibration is being suppressed by the chemicals and toxins and the sodas and the dairy and the eggs and the dead, decaying animal flesh, dragging their vibration down, making it harder for them to get in a high vibrational state, which was consequently causing them to have all these other issues in other areas of their lives. Dramas and problems, headaches, drama everywhere. Feeling bad, feeling run. They wake up after 8 hours of sleeping and they feel like they want a nap already. That's no way to live. Especially when the only reason you're doing that to yourself is because you've been culturally taught and you're following the traditions of men to eat a certain diet. Instead of doing the right thing, the thing that helps you, the thing that works out for your best. You know, I didn't see this when I was a non-vegan. I didn't understand these principles. I didn't understand about vibration. I didn't understand about how these things all work in your favor if you're eating the right things. It just seemed like it was a choice. It didn't really matter. You can eat what you want. What about the Old Testament? Stuff that makes no sense if you really think about it. And if you have any questions about that, I encourage you to get my book, Why Every Christian Should Be a Vegan, because in that I detail my experience and go through all the major objections to being a vegan as a Christian, all the pretend scriptural arguments, and what about this, and what about the Old Testament, and what about animal sacrifices, all that stuff. I deal with it all and show you how the right path to be on is to be a vegan. Now, I'm not talking about what people associate with vegans. I'm just talking about you as an individual doing what's best for you, and also you have the side benefit of helping animals and being kind and compassionate to them, being that person of character and substance who shows mercy, who's not unconcerned with the feelings of other beings just because they're perceived to be lower than you. If we keep letting society devolve where beings seen to be lower than us are treated poorly, enslaved, and tormented, it shouldn't be any surprise the way children are treated, because they're seen to be lower than adults. This is no way to live and behave and treat other sentient beings when we are compassionate, loving people filled with the love of God that's shed abroad in our hearts. And that's all good, and those are things you should be doing to be compassionate. But I want you to understand this side benefit is also that when you eat that proper vegan diet, healthy diet, not talking about vegan junk food, because there's plenty of that. That's still low vibration stuff. But a healthy, vibrant vegan diet, you will raise your vibrational state. And a couple other things, you will make it easier for you to stay in a high vibrational state. And you will make it easier for you to not dip in your vibrational state. You know, some people have a real problem. They can get themselves boosted up. They'll listen to some high vibration music, dance around a little bit. They feel high vibe, and then in a few minutes later, they're all worn out. And their vibration is sinking like a rock. This is why your diet is so important. It's crucially important. Because you will naturally get a vibration boost, and it'll be easier for you to maintain your high vibration and to even boost your vibration when you're not being pulled down by the stuff you've been ingesting in your body. Imagine if you give a car that has a combustion engine, instead of giving it gasoline, you give it water. It's not going to run right. Now, our bodies are so well made that people can, for years, decades even, ingest food that is not made for their body, such as animal products, before they start getting real bad results. But you don't have to be that person that just keeps walking around blindly, putting off doing the right thing for a later time, putting off being in the healthy, highest vibrational state you can be in for some time in the future. Why not do it now? Why not make the right decision now? Why not get yourself in that high vibrational state? Because a lot of the other areas of your life are being affected negatively because of the things you're putting into your mouth each and every day. And you don't even see it. You may find some article somewhere talking about you can eat this thing and it's somehow healthy for you. You know better. You know better. The Spirit of God leads and guides you into all truth. If you think I'm wrong, okay. Why don't you truly, honestly, faithfully pray and seek the Lord's wisdom on it? If you want some reading material, get my book, Why Every Christian Should Be a Vegan, and consider what's mentioned in there. If you will work with this, understanding the power of what you eat to help you or to hinder you in your vibrational state, you can really radically change your life. If your life is not perfect, if your life is not going the way you want it to go, it seems like there's one negative thing after another, I want you to really stop and consider this. For many people, they may otherwise be doing everything right, but this is an area they've been resisting the Spirit on. They've been holding themselves back on. Maybe they've been afraid of what peer pressure, afraid of what other people think about them. Grow up. And I'm saying that kindly. I'm saying that as a brother, a loving brother. Grow up. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Who cares if they like your diet? Who cares if they like the fact that you're a compassionate person? You have to answer to God, not to them. Who cares what they think? Especially when most of them are just following what other people think. You don't want to be following that group of people who are all blind leading each other. Be a person who walks on their own, on the straight and narrow path, who chooses the right thing and does it for the right reasons, and doesn't have to worry about what other people think, and doesn't care, and doesn't conform to the world, but is renewed in their mind. Knowing the truth, living the truth, speaking the truth, and experiencing the truth in that high vibrational state that you deserve to live in. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.